Awesome. Okay, so let's pause the music just for a second. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Happy Tuesday. It's beautiful out. Today I had a request to work on core, so we're just going to be doing not any more than normal push-ups, but just a lot of focus from our ribs down to our glutes. And as usual, we'll get to everything, a little bit of twisting, stretching, lengthening, strengthening. So as always, you guys know your body's best. If you're dealing with an injury, illness, low energy, pregnancy, take those modifications that work best for you. If you're not familiar with any, just listen to your body. You can always back out of it, take a seat, roll out your wrists, take water breaks whenever you feel good, and meet me back whenever you're ready. This is your class. Can't even see you, but I'm so honored that you guys continue to practice with me every week. So for today, we're going to get started in just a broken bridge. So get on your backs. Let me make sure this is still working on the Instagram Live. Yeah, cool. Broken bridge starts out with your legs closer to your body than normal. So you can stomp your feet with your knees straight up, or you can walk them a little bit to the edges of your mat and knock your knees together. A little bit of a low back release. You can bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. You can bring your arms long, or if none of that feels good, just find something grounding. Something where you can close your eyes, let go of the day. Let go of any stressors, any worries. And just start to notice how your body feels. The quality of your breath. Whenever it makes sense in your breath cycle, let out a big open mouth exhale, sigh out your air. Then take a full, slow, long breath in, filling up your belly like a balloon. Open mouth exhale, sigh it all out. Another one just like that, deep nourishing breath in, fill up, fill up, fill up, pause, hold. Open mouth exhale, let it go, and let your ears, your jaw, your low back soften to the mat. Do one more just like that, deep nourishing breath in, expand, go in all directions. And this time, seal your lips, exhale through your nose. Use your belly muscles now to pull your navel in, squishing that air out of your nose. Continue to breathe like this. Full inhales and exhales through your nose. That slight restriction at the back of your throat. Sometimes when your mind is a little loud, I recommend counting your breath. So inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale for a count of 1, 2, 3, pulling your navel in and up, pause. Inhale for a count of 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, navel to the floor. At this time, I encourage you to set an intention for your practice, for your day, your week. If nothing comes to mind, let me offer you this quote. The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. Take another few breaths, soaking in that intention, easing your body closer to the earth, really activating your belly with your breath. Then scoot your heels in line with your sit bones, bringing your knees directly towards the ceiling. Maybe brush the backs of your heels and your fingertips. I'm just going to do a few pelvic tilts. So just as if you were doing cat-cow, I'm going to exaggerate this. You're going to curl your tail down, lifting it towards the knees. And then exhale, flip your tail back, almost lifting your chest to the ceiling. Just rolling out your low back. This is like a tilt with the bowl of your pelvis. And then rolling it out, pressing your tailbone down. Keep moving with your breath. One more round. Good, now this time lift your tailbone, shorten the area between your ribs and your hip points. So really start to activate your belly, your glutes, and then float your knees above your hips while keeping that engagement in your core and your low back rooted down. Keeping your knees bent at a 90-degree angle, just tap down your left toes and then lift. Tap down your right toes and then lift. Remember, your knee comes right to stack above your hips after it rises, and your toes are pointed. Low back glued down. We're here for 3. Last 3. There's 2. And 2. Last 1. And 1. And then together, so keeping that core engagement, hip points and ribs almost touching. Slowly drop both toes to the mat, keeping that 90-degree bend. And then inhale, use your core to squeeze everything back in line with your hips. Tee out your arms. Exhale, easy twist to the right. Let both knees just drape to the right side. Maybe gaze towards the left. Breathe across your chest on the inhale. Just a little bit deeper on the exhale. Inhale, squeeze your knees back to center. And exhale, easy twist to the left. Hips stay stacked, knees stay stacked. Right shoulder blade rooted down, maybe gaze to your right side. Inhale, knees swivel back towards the ceiling. Reach for the backs of your knees. Begin to rock forward and back lengthwise. Getting some momentum. Maybe that whole back massage. And after that second or third, find your way to a tabletop. Palms come underneath your shoulders. Feel free to wiggle out that booty, stretch out that tail. And then we're just going to do some wrist exercises here. So pick up your right hand and roll it out. Get the cricks and cracks out. And then keep that right hand moving. Make big circles with your arm, getting to the shoulders. One direction or the other. Plant your right palm, switch it out. Lift your left hand, circle it out. Open and close those fingertips, especially if you've been working on a laptop for the last few hours. And then continue that movement, making big circles on your left side. Good, coming back to a tabletop pose. Press into your knuckles to relieve pressure on your wrists. And then just shift forward and back, playing with the weight in your hands. You can even turn your fingertips sideways so your wrists face each other to get a different sensation. Good, and then flip your fingertips back towards the front. If your body is craving a traditional cat-cow, feel free to take it, dropping your belly, pulling your heart forward. And then exhale, rounding, tucking your chin for cat. Come back to your tabletop, long straight spine. We'll come into a gate pose, so spin your left toes to the side and plant your right foot at the back of the mat. So your front knee is right under your left hip, and your right foot is completely planted. Fire up that inseam, tee out your arms, pull your navel in. Exhale, reverse, big side stretch. Creating length along your left ribs. Maybe gaze is up. Inhale, back to center, tee out those arms. Exhale, modified side plank, hand plants under your shoulders. Root that right pinky toe down, but lift your hips as if there was a string attached to them. Good, inhale, rise using those strong obliques. Exhale, reverse, reach up and back. Good, rise on up. Exhale, modified side plank, plant your left palm. Maybe float your right foot. If you're feeling really energized, you can pulse it or just hold it for 3, for 2, for 1. Plant your right foot, rise on up. Use that motion to sweep back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, gate pose. One last time, modified side plank. Maybe stay here. Maybe lift that right foot and pulse. Or if you're looking for that oblique crunch, bring your right elbow and right knee to knee. Hold, squeeze, and then reach, lift that heel, plant your foot, come back to your tabletop pose, shake it out. Good, same thing, other side. Feel free to start with a cat-cow, neutralize your spine, warm it up. Then spin your right toes to an angle, and plant your left foot to the mat, rise on up. Adjust your yoga pants as needed. Shoulders stacked over your hips, reach your arms out. Breathe. And then reverse, reach up and back. No weight in this hand, you can almost let it float. Again, we're using our side bodies. And then float on down, planting your right palm underneath your shoulder. Float your left hand high. And then rainbow your left hip to the ceiling. Keeping your left foot planted for this first one. And then let's flow. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reverse, stretch up and back. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale, modified side plant. Plant your palm, float your left heel. Flex that left foot, maybe pulse. For 3, for 2, for 1, plant your left foot, rise on up. Reverse it, sweep up and back, pull your shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, lift. Exhale, modified side plank. You could stay here, you could float, you could pulse, or take that side crunch, bend your elbow, bend your knee, make them touch, hold for 3, for 2, for 1, stretch out long, expand, plant your left foot, come to your tabletop pose. Feel free to shake out your hips, take that cat-cow, maybe even sink into a child's pose, if that's what you need. And once you feel grounded, find your way to downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, press your hips back. Lengthen to the back of your legs by inviting some gentle movements such as pedaling through your feet, maybe rolling over your toes. Maybe if your hamstrings are feeling really tight, keeping a big bend in your knees, focusing more on the length of your back. One more breath here. Then check to make sure your feet are hip width distance, palms or shoulder width or wider. And then you're wrapping your biceps to your face, gaze into your toes. Begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. So you're in a forward fold or ragdoll's pose at the back of your mat. Your head hangs heavy as a bowling ball. If it feels good, retract the elbows, sway a little bit. Listen to your body. Maybe bend into a ball or straighten those legs. Shake out your head and neck. And dangle your arms towards your toes. Heel toe your feet within hip width distance and slowly begin to roll up. Feel the grounding under your feet, the muscle flow up your legs. Finally, you stand tall. Roll your shoulders to your ears and glide them down your back with a sigh. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Take a moment, just close your eyes. Maybe lift all 10 toes and plant your pinky, your second, your third, your second, and your big. Just feeling how strong and grounded you are. Growing out of the top of your head. Breathe in what you need. Exhale what you don't. Oh, and now mountain pose, reach out and up. Lengthen out of your side bodies, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold, slight bend in your knees. Dive with your heart towards your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Glide your hands up your shins. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Create that straight spine with your back. And then shift the weight towards your toes. Exhale, fold, pull your navel in. Walk your hands out in front of you, coming to your high plank pose. So your hips are in line with your shoulders, so they're not piked up. So you're shortening those low belly muscles. Shooting energy through those heels. Take a deep inhale. Lower your knees. Pull your elbows back to your sides as you lower your chest and belly all the way down to the mat. I'm hitting your head on the couch. Draw your hands towards your low ribs. Glue the tops of your feet to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Roll your shoulder heads back. Draw your heart forward. Press down through your pubic bone. Exhale, release back down. Tuck your toes. You can press up into a table or high plank. Then exhale, down dog. Hands and feet stay generally where they are. Full breath in. Full breath out. Let's flow. Walk our hands back towards your feet. Forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your crown of your head forward. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, mountain. Root down or reach high. Lift your gaze. Exhale, Samasthiti. Hands together. Slice at your sternum. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach down up. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, walk yourself out, back to your high plank. Feet stay where they are. Firm up your thighs. Press the earth away, slight bend in your elbows. Then lower your knees. Pull your elbows to your ribs, lower your chest and belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose if you're feeling up for it. You can stay with your hands off the earth or use it to drag your chest forward. Exhale, release back down. Tuck your toes, press up into a plank or table. Exhale, down dog. Sweep your hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last one. Walk your hands back as if they were suction cups connected to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen, long necks. Exhale, fold deeply. Gaze at your shin. Inhale, mountain root down. Reach high. Lift your gaze. Exhale, Samasthiti. Elbows at your side. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach on up. Exhale, forward fold. Melt forward. Inhale, halfway lift with the skin up on your shin. Exhale, fold. Plant both palms. Walk yourself out to your high plank. High push-up pose. Now that you're a little bit warmer, feeling stronger, you can always hold plank. You can take the variations we just did, or hinge forward, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog is tops of feet and hands only. Your hips are lifted, heart open. Exhale, down dog, sweep your hips back. Full breath in, full breath out. That high to low plank with the belly back bend, we do a ton in class. Chaturanga Dandasana. Feel free to skip it at any time or just hang out and play. All right, catch your breath, full inhale. Full exhale. Let's move to our sun B. What do we have? All right, right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. So round through your upper back, pull your belly in. Kick back, three-legged down dog with control. Heel is the highest point. Dial your pinky toes down. Same motion. Slowly pull your knee to your chest and then plant your right foot by your right thumb. Now for this first side, the slow side, I'm going to suggest you up your back foot enough so you can plant your back heel. Toes are going to turn about 45 degrees. If you're feeling strong, feel free to keep your back heel lifted. Either way, rise on up, warrior one, or high crescent lunge if that's what you prefer. For warrior one, I like to widen my stance, both hip bones facing forward. Back leg is straight. Front leg is bent and tracking towards your second toe. Lift your arms up and interlace your hands, making a little pew-pew gun right above your head. Biceps by your ears to try to relax your shoulders down. And then we're going to make 3 big circles above our head. So imagine you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your pointer finger. That's one. I'm going counterclockwise to start. Then we got one more. Good. Pause. Find your center. Draw that right heel back. Now we're going to go 3 the other direction. So if you went counterclockwise, draw a big clockwise circle on the ceiling. Keep your gaze steady. Use your deep core here, stretching out those sides. And then when you're done with your 3, come back to center. Where's the weight in your feet? How's your breath? Good. Exhale, open up, warrior 2 to the side. So you can widen your stance, especially if you're in warrior 2. if you're in crescent, warrior one. So front heel to back arch, reaching in opposite directions. Maintain that lunge in your front knee and wrap that inner thigh open. Flip your right palm. Reverse warrior. Another side stretch here. Again, use your obliques, so just don't dump into your left side. Kind of lift up. Good, inhale, rise. Straighten your front knee, give it a break. Bump your hips back, reach forward, then down, triangle pose, Trikonasana. So I don't want you reaching for the earth, especially if you're gonna collapse down. The goal here is to feel expansive, as if I could Velcro to the wall right in front of you. Slight micro bend into your front knee if you lock it out like I do. Maybe lift your gaze. Inhale, rise to stand. Bend into your right knee. Gaze towards your right fingertips. We're gonna flow to the mat. Cartwheel your hands around your front foot. Step back. Take that high to low plank, maybe on your knees, lowering halfway or all the way. Inhale, slither forward to lengthen your spine. Exhale, down dog, either through plank, through table, or skipping it all, just going straight to down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Other side. Inhale your left heel high. Power up through that left glute, lift them 1 more inch. Exhale, knee to nose. Scoop that belly in, kiss your knee. With control, power up, press your heel back. Now check out your back left toes. Dial them down. Flex your foot strongly. And using that same motion we just did, begin to hinge forward, rolling through your upper back. Pull your knee to your belly. And then plant your left foot between your hands. Again, for the slow side, I recommend warrior one feet. So hop your back foot in. Spin and plant the knife edge of your right foot. Rise on up to stand. You can always adjust, maybe shorten or widen the stance. If you're feeling really juicy, pop that back heel. We'll get to that later. But square your hips forward. Pull your navel in, corset your waist. So there's no pinching in your low back. Then sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers with that opposite thumb on top, the one that feels a little awkward. If you're making that little laser gun, pew pew. All right, here we go. Pick a direction and go 3 times, big circle in the ceiling. Slower the better. Adjusting the stance and the pressure in your feet. And then feeling every part of your obliques fire up. Back to center whenever you're done with your 3. Take your time. And then opposite direction. Clockwise for me. Slow and steady. Remember your breath. Last one. Back to center. Pointer fingers straight up. Exhale, open up, warrior 2. Good. So this is opening our hips. Strengthening our inner thigh, our quad. Really powering up through our right groin. Arms reach in opposite directions. Belly is center. Well, gaze comes to your left fingertips. Flip your left palm, reverse. As if you could paint the ceiling with your left hand. It's totally cool that your left knee is shaking. Mine is too. Inhale, rise to stand. Straighten your front knee. Bump your hips back. Remember, as there's a string pulling you out. Reach as far forward as you can. Then tick-tock your arms as if they were clock. You're on a clock. So your top hand is at 12, bottom hand is at 6. Maybe press the top of your hand into your calf, or use a block or a water bottle. Again, feel light, so float instead of crashing down. Draw your heels towards each other. 1 more breath. Inhale, rise to stand, drawing your inner thighs towards each other. Good. Exhale, warrior 2. Bend so your knee goes toward your second toe. Then flow to the mat, man. Plant both palms, step back. Take a chaturanga, that high to low plank if you're up for it. Inhale, belly back bend, shoulders roll back. Exhale, down dog, hips high. Full breath in. Full breath out. All right, guys. So we're going to take that same sequence, just move a little bit quicker. Maybe introduce that high crescent lunge We won't do as many circles, I promise. Here we go. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose, hinge forward. Kick back, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge, sweep your right foot between your hands. Root down, rise up, either warrior one feet or high crescent lunge. Palms come together, make that little laser pointer finger. One big circle, counterclockwise. One big circle, clockwise. Hug your hips towards each other to help with balance. Pause, reset. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior, commit to that lunge on your right knee. Inhale, rise. Straighten that front leg, bump your hips back, reach forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Always take that top hand to your hip to wrap it open. Good, fire up through your inner thighs, rise on up, strong side bodies. Warrior two, bend into your front knee. Then cartwheel your hands to surround your front foot, step back, flow high to low plank. Inhale, hearts pull forward. Exhale, hips are high, down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale, it's getting warm in here. All right, other side, inhale your left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose, round forward. Kick back, three-legged. Exhale, low lunge, plant your foot between your hands or move it there. Root down, rise up, high crescent or warrior one. Find your balance, squeeze that right glute. Palms together, opposite thumb on top. Make your circle in the ceiling. One direction. Then the other. Revisit that breath. Find your center, you got this. Exhale, warrior two, open up, back foot is now planted. Wrap that left knee open, flip your left palm, reverse side stretch, no weight in this back heel. Inhale, rise. Straighten your front knee, bump your hips back, reach forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana, clock face. Good, inhale, rise. Bend back into that front knee. Watch your feet, plant your palms, step back. Wash that out with a chaturanga, high to low. Inhale, belly back bends. Exhale, down dog. Full inhale. Full exhale. I promise we have a break coming up. We're going to do a 7B plus, and you're going to love it. All right, here we go. Same movement. Just listen for the changes. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Pull it in. Kick back, three-legged. Exhale, right knee, left elbow, twist, hold. Yes. And if you want, you can stay here. You're not going to want to. But kick your right foot out. Falling triangle. Woo. So press into the knife edge of your right foot. Lift your left hand high. Lift that hip high. We've already done this. If you want some extra challenge, maybe lift that right foot. We're here for 3. For 2, my arm is shaking. For 1, plant both palms. Kick your right heel up. Woo. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee to your belly. Plant your palm, your hand by your palm. Your foot by your palm. Holy cow. All right, if you haven't tried crescent yet, keep your back heel lifted. Inhale, rise to stand. Draw that right heel back, left hip forward. Here we go. Just one big circle, one direction. One big circle, the other direction. Point straight up to the sky. Then open up, warrior two. See, this is the same. This feels easy. Keep that bend in your front knee. Flip your right palm. Reverse warrior, but maybe with windswept arms this time. As if you have a big ball in your hand. This really makes you use your side bodies instead of dumping down on your left side. Good, inhale, rise, warrior two. Straighten your front knee, bump your hips back. Reach forward, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Yes, just as we did with our reverse warrior, if you really want to work your side bodies, lift that top arm, capture that big round ball or moon. Still pull those right ribs forward. One more breath. Good, inhale, slowly rise to stand. Exhale, warrior two, lunge with relief. Relax your shoulders down your back. Exhale, chaturanga, wash it out. Or just hold plank. Lowering halfway or all the way. Belly back bend. Exhale, down dog. All right, guys, one more side. And I swear we will be on our butts for at least a couple of minutes. Here we go. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, knee to nose. Pull that belly in. Kick back, three-legged. Dial those pinky toes down. Exhale, left elbow, left knee, right elbow. Twist. Stay here or shoot that foot through and float your right hand high. Fallen star. This is a pretty intense posture. Remember, that's why we stretched our wrists. And if you want extra, maybe, keep doing it on the side. There we go. Lift your left foot off the mat for 3, for 2. Plant your palms, kick that left heel high. Woo, straighten that left leg. Exhale, low lunge. Pull your knee to your belly. Plant your foot. You haven't done crescent yet. Keep that back heel lifted. Rise on up. Shoulders stack over hips. Slight bend in that back knee. Interlace your fingers, except your pointer. Take that big circle one direction. And then take that big circle the other direction. Back to center. Find your breath. Then open up warrior 2. Front heel to back arch alignment. That doesn't change. Whew. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Flip your left palm. Reverse it. But this time, wing swept arms if you want that real big core workout. You can reach farther while you open that left knee. Good. Inhale, unwind. Straighten your front leg. Pull that quad up. Bump your hips back. Reach forward. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Again, you can stay at the 6 and 12 or go for that grabbing the moon, that big beach ball. Turn your heart towards the side. Lengthen from your right hip all the way to your right fingertips. One more breath. Inhale, rise to stand. Yowza. All right, bend into your left knee. Relax your shoulders down. You did it. Cartwheel your hands to the mat. Wash that out. You can take a chaturanga. You can go straight to down dog. You can always take child's pose. Whatever works for you. Find your breath. Full inhale. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more just like that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Lower your knees. Take a seat. Whew. All right. Feel free to roll your wrists. Take a sip of water. I'm going to say peace to the Instagram. It was just a 30-minute preview for them. Bye, guys. All right. So now we begin core. So just as we started, we're going to get on our backs. Because we've already done a lot of core, we're only going to do probably 2 exercises, so it's going to be okay. All right, so roll onto your back. Whew. Okay, so imagine you're doing crow. You're going to bring the fingertips to the back of your head, lift your shoulder blades off the mat, and squeeze your elbows forward a little bit. Then pull your knees in towards your elbows. They don't have to touch, but so you're making your elbows and your knees come together, and then point your toes. So you're squeezing everything together, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then lift your feet straight up, point or flex up. And then slowly lower your straight legs, just to an angle that feels good, challenging, but doesn't hurt. And then you're gonna bend your knees, squeeze your knees to your elbows to your knees, hold, hold, hold. And then lift your feet straight up, keep your shoulder blades off the mat, and slowly lower your feet at an angle, maybe a little lower. And then pull your knees into your elbows. You guys got this. I'm gonna do at least 6 more. Take your time. Use your breath. Squeeze knees to elbows. Then point your toes up. If you need to take a break, lower your shoulders, no problem. This is my workout for today, so I'm pushing it. Trying to keep your low back to the mat and that belly button snapped to your spine. I think this is my last 2. Last one. All right, pull your knees to your chest, relax the back of your head to the mouth, give yourself a big old squeeze, and then take a morning stretch. You deserve it. Fingertips back above your head, toes forward. Sigh out your air. All right, pull your knees to your chest. Reach for the backs of your thighs. Begin to rock forward and back lengthwise. Maybe have a little fun. And after that second or third, find your way to a tabletop. Oh no, to a high plank. Sorry. Palms rooted down. Belly's tight. Every muscle hug to every bone. Then lower to your right forearm, your left forearm, forearm plank. Elbows underneath your shoulders. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and point your tailbone down your legs. All right, here's our last bit of core. Tap your right knee, then lift it. Tap your left knee and lift it. Tap both knees and then lift. Good. Right knee, lift, left, lift. Tap both knees and press the back of your legs to the ceiling. One more round. Right knee, left knee, both knees, lift. Feel free to stay here, take a child's pose, or maybe walk yourself into a dolphin. Getting a little bit into those shoulders that we haven't done much with today. Hips stay like downward dog, but you're pressing into your forearms instead of your wrists. Your head should dangle, gaze is at your toes. One more breath. Lower your knees. Take a child's pose. Knees can come as wide as feels comfortable. Relax your forehead to the mat. Maybe if you did that dolphin pose, you might want to reach for your feet. Relax your shoulders down. Take 4 or 5 breaths here. It's a pretty challenging sequence that we just did. Reset your mind, your breath. Once you can get an inhale 3 or 4 and an exhale 3 or 4, you're almost there. Begin to walk your hands forward. Come to sitting on your heels. Cool. So now after all that core engagement, I usually encourage an inversion just because that's the strongest. That's when I feel the strongest to go into crow pose or supported headstand or handstand. So I would say take the next minute to play around with an inversion. Crow, if you're familiar with it, hands are the same distance as downward dog. You're gonna walk your knees in to pinch the back of your triceps or your armpits, and then just hinge forward and back until maybe one foot comes off, maybe both feet come off. Maybe this is where you are. Your head is below your hips, you're doing great. Just imagine that strong belly pulling you towards the ceiling. Take this time for you. I've been working on my supported headstand, so I'm gonna do that, hopefully without falling. Alrighty. Take your last couple of breaths or last couple of tumbles. If you're in crow, roll out those wrists. It's a lot of work. If you were in some other inversion, maybe just roll out your neck. Sit up tall, catch your breath. All right. Downward dog is where we meet. We'll inhale. We'll exhale. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Sweep your foot between your hands. Root down. Rise up, high crescent lunge. We've been here before. We're going to take it a little slower. So engage your legs. Maybe pop that back knee a little straighter. Then bring your hands together, but at your heart this time. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, revolve crescent, hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now, if you're feeling a little wobbly, no problem. Lower that back knee. You're still getting the benefits of the twist. If you want to work more on the balance, keep that back knee lifted. Gaze toward your right elbow. Good. And then open your arms to fly. Yes, using the back of your left elbow to twist you a little bit deeper. One more breath. And then inhale, rise to high crescent, open arm twist. Woo! Hips are screaming, but your belly is strong. Good. Maybe go for exalted warrior, tilting your right fingertips to the back of your left thigh. Cool. Upright heart here. Strong ankles. Good. Come back to your open arm twist. Then open up to warrior two to the side. Planting your back foot. Still wrapping that right knee open, but feel free to straighten it. And then settle your gaze towards your right fingertips. Straighten your front knee, spin all 10 toes to face the side. Let's interlace your fingers. You can grab a strap, a piece of clothing. You don't even have to do the chest opener if you don't want to. Inhale, lift your chin, lift your gaze. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hang your head heavy. Good stretch of the backs of your legs. Your cervical spine, letting your head dangle. If it doesn't feel good to be in a chest expansion, release your arms, your ankles, your feet, the floor. One more round of breath. Good. Begin to walk your hands back towards your right foot, coming into a low lunge at the top of your mat. And then we're going to launch forward into standing L. So press all the weight into your right foot and float your left foot. Still working on keeping our left foot dialed down, but lift your heel in line with your hip. Use your fingertips to draw the crown of your head forward, lengthening your spine. Feel free to stay here or a Shiva squat, bringing your left knee behind your right, squeeze. And kick back, press. Two more, squeeze, Shiva squat. Kick back, maybe if you want to challenge yourself, float your hands. Stay in standing L or Shiva squat. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. Plant your fingertips, step your feet near each other, forward fold, shake it out. Woo. Inhale, halfway lift, tabletop your back. Exhale, fold deeply. Inhale, mountain pose, root down, reach high. Exhale, easy back bend. Bend at your elbows. Lift your chest. Shift your hips forward. Inhale, mountain, lengthen, reach high. Exhale, forward fold, bow down. Inhale, halfway lift, reset. Exhale, fold, plant both palms, step back. Chaturanga, wash that side out. High to low plank, your variation. Inhale, collarbone pull forward. Exhale, down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Last side, inhale your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge, sweep it through. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. Root down, rise on up, high crescent lunge. Your legs are feeling really warm. Your inner thighs, your hips are engaged. Maybe your shirt needs untucked. But find that rootedness in your feet. Maybe the engagement in your back leg. And then hands come to heart center. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, revolve crescent. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Keep that back heel popped, as you can tell that happens to me all the time. You can always lower your back knee too to focus more on the twist. Find what works for you and then use your breath. Inhale is to expand. Exhale is to twist to wring out your insides. One more round of breath. Good, fly your arms, open them up. Use the back of your right arm to twist your heart further. And then use that core engagement we've been working on. Rise on up, open arm twist. Crescent lunge. Woo! Palms are flowered open. Heart is spun to the side. Maybe stay here or exalted. Touch lightly the back of your right thigh. Lifting your right hands high. Upper mini back bend. Exalted, come back to your open arm twist. And then open arms twist. Sweep your arms open, finding your warrior two where both feet are grounded, ripping the mat apart with your feet. Straighten that front knee, give it a break. Pivot your left toes in, so front, your feet are now parallel to the front and backs of your mat. And turn to face you. So if you really love the chest expansion of the other side, feel free to take another one. Or you can keep your arms teed out. Pump up your heart, lift your chin. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, your variation. Shifting the weight towards your toes. Imagine lifting your sit bone higher to lengthen the back of your legs. One more breath. Begin to walk your hands towards your left foot, coming into a low lunge at the top of your mat. And we're going to power up to that left leg, launch forward into standing L. So walk your fingertips maybe 1 to 2 feet in front of your left toes to support under your shoulders. Float that right heel high. Feel free to stay here or take Shiva squats, bending into your left knee, bringing your right knee behind. And then powering up, stomping on that back wall. 2 more. Squeeze everything together. And then press everything away. Added challenge, bring your hands to heart center. Squeeze, 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 Shiva squats, hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Plant your fingertips, bring your feet to hip width distance, and just fold your chest over your legs, shake out your head. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root down, float towards the sky. Exhale, easy back bend, goal post your elbows. Pinch them back. Inhale, mountain biceps by your ears. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, halfway lift, draw your shoulders away from your earlobes. Exhale, fold, plant both palms, step back. Last chaturanga of class. Maybe skip it completely. Or really savor it and wiggle. We all meet back in downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee sweeps behind your right palm. Maybe walk that left knee back a print. And point your left toes. Square your chest forward. Start on your fingertips to create space and engagement in your inner thighs and your pelvic floor. And then whenever you're ready, maybe walk your hands forward, resting on your elbows. Your forearms are a block. If this is too much pain on your right knee, please take the variation on your back. And hang out here for a couple of breaths. Last round. Begin to press weight back into your hands to lift your chest. Tuck your back toes. Sweep that right heel up and back. Shake it out. And then return to down dog. Feet hip width distance. Heels melting to the earth. Inhale your left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Plant the left side of your calf on the earth. Dial the right hip forward. Maybe gaze over your left shoulder to make sure the top of your feet is on the mat, your ankle isn't crooked. Sit up tall. And then whenever you're ready, slowly ease into sleeping pigeon. Again, this side can be completely different than the other, so avoid judgment. Connect to your heart. Rest your head. 8 breaths. Last round. Begin to walk your palms closer to your legs. Tuck your back toe. Take your time sweeping that left heel back, getting that blood flow moving in that outer hip. That side really needed it for me. And return to down dog whenever you're ready. Chest melts towards your legs. And lower your knees. Come to standing on your knees in the center or the top of your mat. Done a lot on our hands today, so feel free to roll out your wrists. And then prepare for camel pose. Knees are hip width distance. Maybe if you have a block, I recommend engaging your inner thighs by squeezing that block. And then taking your hands as if you had invisible yogi pockets behind you. Pinch your elbows back, opening that heart right away. Press your hips forward. Keep your hips forward, stacked over your knees. And then begin to lift your heart. Maybe lift your gaze. Maybe drop your gaze back. Slowly trace your gaze up to the ceiling and towards the front. It's a good stretch for all that core work we've been doing. And slowly lower your hips towards your heels. Take a minute. Just let that wash over you. Maybe hand on your heart to feel your beat. Shift onto one side. Swing your legs forward. Stomp both of your feet, knees slightly bent. Reach your hands. And then slowly recline all the way onto your back. Pull your right knee towards your right shoulder as you lengthen your left leg long. Feel free to take some hip circles here or ankle circles here. You've been working really hard today. And then exhale, supine twist. Drape your right knee to the side. Try to make your thigh even with your hip. And tee out your arms, gaze toward your right fingertips. Try to ease and relax into this. Letting go of effort, letting gravity do the work. Pull your knee back towards your chest, laying on your back. And then switch it out. Left thigh compresses your left ribs. Feel free to take some big hip socket circles here, one direction than the other. Or pinch it in and circle out your ankle. Ooh, my quad is really, or my calf is really tight. Good, and then exhale, supine twist. Stack your hips slightly. Reach your arms in the opposite direction and root that left shoulder blade down. Let your gaze fall wherever is comfortable, but let your eyelids flutter close. Surrendering to this twist. Bring your knee back to center, pull it in. And then bring your right knee up as well. Squeeze it in tight, maybe make little circles with your knees going one direction and then the other. Trying to relax your core, but focusing more on the low back massage. And then let's do legs up the wall pose. So if you have a block, I recommend slipping it underneath your low back. But otherwise, just keep your hands by your hips and float your feet above your body. Just gaze at your pretty little toes. Letting the stress and weight of your day just float away. If you have a wall nearby, this feels extra good because there's no effort involved. Just notice that your breaths are longer than 3 to 4. Maybe they're 4 to 5 now. Exhale, happy baby. Bend your knees and pull them to the sides of your ribs. Flex your feet to the ceiling and maybe wrap your hands around your thighs, your ankles, or your feet. And take that gentle rock side to side if that feels good. Maybe straighten one leg then the other. Exhale, full wind removing pose. Squeeze your thighs together. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Curl your nose towards your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. Exhale, Shavasana. You deserve it. Lengthen your legs in front of you. Let your toes flap open. Slight squeeze of your shoulder blades underneath you to lift your chest. Then let the back of your skull sink to your mat. Just take the next 2 minutes to fully absorb your practice and relax. If you're ready to be awoken, invite a big glorious breath into your belly, into your chest. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it all out. Let your bones, your muscles feel heavy against the earth. Touch every finger pad to your thumb. Wiggle your toes. Circle out your ankles, your wrists. Rock your head right and left. Reach your arms back and above you. Take a good stretch, pointing your toes, maybe lifting up your low back. Open your mouth, yawn. Bend your knees and roll to either side and find a fetal pose. Resting your head on your arm. Slowly begin to press yourself up to a seat, keeping your eyes soft or closed. And together, we'll reach our arms out and up, gathering all that positive energy we created with our bodies and our breath, and pull it towards heart center to fuel us, to ground us, to give us what we need. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, to connect mind with body. And bow forward. Namaste.